Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. Thank you for being here once again. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've streamed, and it's been a while since I've put in some effort to race. I've been sort of a little bit busy, a little bit otherwise preoccupied, but also recovering from another little round of illness, annoyingly. Really frustrating, but yeah, it seemed to have had one cold and a good little block of training, then another cold, and that sort of seemed to set me back. Anyway, c'est la vie. What happens, happens. And I'm here now to do my best. I'm just going to stretch my legs so I'm super stiff. Just a moment. In fact, while I'm stretching, why don't I tell you a little bit about what I've got in store for you tonight. So this is stage 3 of the Rolling with Enve series here on Zwift. Let me just get rid of source of Zwift for a second. So the course in question is the Jurassic Coast course. So it's a one lap. So it's a point A to B race. So it's not a circuit or a loop. It's just from point to point, and we're going to be covering 19.5 kilometers with 212 meters of elevation, looking at something like this. So you can see, like I say, point to point rather than the circuit. 212 meters of elevation comes across the course, primarily at the start, with a little bit of the elevation coming in the final kind of third or so as well, but no big climbs there. We've basically got to go up the Titans Grove reverse KOM, but before you even go up there, there's a sort of false climb in the first 3k. So we're going to spend the first basically 6 or even 7, yeah, 6 kilometers pretty much going uphill for the first part of the race, straight out of the gate. So that's going to make it tough. And we've got a nice little downhill section, and then it's kind of lumpy and draggy and challenging. The elevation looks a little bit like this, stretched out. So take it back. So the elevation actually sort of stops at 5k. It's about there, maybe just under 5k. Oh, thank goodness for that. Anyway, 2 minutes to go. In terms of who is in the race with me, the race wasn't that subscribed earlier. I think there was about, sorry, go with me. I think there was about 10 riders signed up earlier, but as the event has drawn nearer, as is always the case with Zwift races, more and more people have signed up. Looks like in the A pen, which is what I'm in, there are 17 riders. Being in the A pen isn't as impressive as it sounds, because of course this is the second range, range 2 of this stage. My Zwift racing score is sort of tumbling steadily over the past few months, unfortunately, with a lack of consistency, lack of results, and just a general drop in fitness, just due to other things getting in the way, should we say. But I'm going to try and declare today as the line in the sand for when we get back into things, and we get some routine and some rhythm going again. So I've done a bit of a gentle warm up. I think it's about 11 or 12k, about 25-30 minutes or something. Nothing too hard, although I really planned to. 12k, 35 minutes. So that gives you an indication of how gentle the warm up was. But I'm hoping that I can go out of the gate rather, feeling pretty good. Make it up the climb with the main group, and then pretty much ride smart for the remainder of the other 15k, 14k or so. Right. So 30 seconds to go, so it's time to get the fans on, switch into race mode, and switch source for Zwift back on before I forget. Let's do this, let's go. Right. Wish me luck, folks. 15 seconds to go. Oh, there we go. I wonder why my third fan wasn't on then. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's go. Oh. I have to race steady. Oh, DJ Wanger's going pretty hard already. Curtis is following. And they're easing up. There's a DJ Wang and a D Wang. All the Wangs are out tonight. How childless of me. Grow up, Michael. So, heart rate's okay. A little bit high for this level of effort, but okay. It's feeling harder than it ought to, but that's a lot to do with only recently having had a cold and a bit of a lack of training after. If you're watching live, thank you for being here. Please do like and subscribe. Gonna be a struggle for me tonight. A few comments in the live chat on YouTube. I'll respond in just a minute. Really am struggling more than I ought to be, so bear with me. Hello Tokugawa. Hi Funk Zoned. Normally I would be quite happy to chat here. But my heart rate is higher than is comfortable. Talk ago, I am unfortunately not Cat A at this point. This is the Cat A group, but it is range 2, so the Zwift rating score is low. In open pen, I'd be in Cat B, and sadly, on the lower end of that range at the moment, I've fallen a long way from where I was only 8 or 9 months ago. Racing towards the sharp end of Cat A. Right, here comes the epic KOM, and then we'll talk in from me for just a minute. Come on, come on. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Thanks for the comments in the live chat, guys. Can't talk. Oh man, I'm done. I am done. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was hoping to do better than that, last longer than that. But I saw my heart rate get up to 185 a few minutes back. And for someone fast approaching 40 years of age, pretty happy with that. My heart rate hasn't been that high in probably 4 years. But 181, 182, but not 185. Wow. And it felt every bit of 185 as well. All right, let's see if I can now hold off 19th and 20th at least and save some face. Oh, so as I said at the start of the stream, I was Cat A, legit Cat A at one point. I was doing ladder league last year in October, November, December, and was very much winning races, scoring big points, doing well for my team. But I don't know, maybe being that bit older, fitness is a lot harder to come by. Despite decent periods and patches this year of 12 and 15 week training blocks, I found it really hard to recapture. Well, I have not been able to recapture the form and the power and the performance of 12 months ago, 10 months ago even. Someone suggested that, you know, being that bit older now, everything needs to be that bit more finely tuned in terms of training, nutrition. But in the last 4 months, 5 months, has been a hard thing to achieve. But I will get there. I'm not going to be racing ladder, league or Zwift racing series ZRL this winter, in favour of following my own plan and trying to rebuild the base fitness that has escaped me, and then sharpening the top end with a few Zwift races each week. And I think tonight illustrates the lack of base and the lack end of power and fitness as well. So pretty much starting again. Good thing is I know what to do. I know what's required to get there. So I have the self-belief and the understanding that I can achieve that, but it may take a bit longer. The drop-off in form that I've experienced has been so drastic that, you know, I've even questioned things like, you know, is there something in the environment, in the house I'm living in now, down here in the New Forest, in the south of England, something like that, you know. There was a period where I attributed my lack of form and fitness to stress at work as I was leaving my previous job and starting my new one, which is much closer to here where I'm living now. But the last 3 months have been pretty decent over the summer holidays and things like that. But still unable to recapture the form and the dominance I had. But I'll get there. Still, I don't know whether the heart rate of 185 is reflective of really poor fitness, or me pushing myself really hard, or just a really good period of rest. 10 days on holiday in Greece, 2 weeks of more gentle training when I came back, a week off due to illness. I just, basically a few hours of zone 2 in the time between. I did try a structured workout on Monday, but pulled the pin because I was exhausted from the weekend, working from work. And last couple of days have been away. I had an industry event in the Midlands with work for legal tech, and I'm now back. So I'm sort of thinking of today as day 0. I'm hoping I can hit the heart rate of 185 again in the near future, but hoping that will be as a result of me just going absolutely berserk off the front and holding a high power, rather than just being unfit and out of form. So the 19 in front are sticking together with 7k to go. So unless one of the riders in the pack seriously bonks and drops out, I think I'm pretty safe in 19th, unless of course 20th and 21st are indeed behind me, but I don't think they are. So score top 20, pretty happy with that. Thank you to Tokugawa and to Funk Zone for dropping comments in the live chat. Sorry I wasn't able to respond in a bit more timely fashion, but as you saw, the heart rate was horrible. Hoping to get back to about 3 streams a week in the lead up to Christmas and the New Year. I've got a nice big block of annual leave booked off over Christmas, which is the first for me in about 8 or 9 years. So looking forward to using that, not to rest, not to recover, but to put some work in. But more importantly, or maybe just as importantly, putting some time with my wife and children as well. We'll see. Oh man. Tokugawa, I like your story, Ramel. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. If you want to see some cool stories, check out my YouTube channel. There's a playlist for my experience with Alpecin cycling in 2019, where I was sort of a wannabe pro for a year. One of my best years on the bike. And if you jump on over to Instagram, check out my highlights of stories, you'll see what that involved. Riding with 1988 world champion Maurizio Fondriest rather, sorry. Not Pochettino, he's a football manager. Riding with British TT champion, one time, well, our world record holder, Alex Dowsett, absolute legend. Riding with rider of multiple Grand Tours, Lud from Alpecin as well, and just having a really bloody good time in Italy, in France, in Germany, in the UK, riding awesome canyon bikes, being sponsored. Yeah, so if you want to see more of the story, there's some stuff there, and the website is under construction right now as well. I'll be telling more of that story and providing regular updates of what I'm up to over there very soon. Check it out. I do hope to be back in Cat A and the top end of Zwift racing score in the next 4 months or so, and ensuring that streams are a little bit more interesting than this. Competing for 19th position out of 21 riders and riding on my own, pushing a lowly 3.5 watts per kilo. Didn't report it was. No, this is a pretty casual pace for me right now, but about all I can sustain. Gonna spend some of the winter months working here in the garage as well, pain cave with a kettlebell and some free weights. Trying to regain some of the muscle mass that has escaped me in my increasing age. Used to have like a 1250 watt sprint. I'm struggling to get to 1,000 these days. Right, 4K to go. Let's see if we can tap out a bit more now. Heart rate is just too high. Oh man. It's a horrible feeling. Oh, I feel like I suck. I do wonder if some of what I'm experiencing is mental weakness. I'm finding it hard to maintain the hurt that I used to seek out, that I used to love. But I'm really struggling to keep the leg spinning and keep that discomfort going. Pretty longer than 30, 40 seconds, but let's see. Give it another go. Here we go. So 30 seconds. Oh man. Tokugawa says I come back after 3 months of absence without riding. It's hard to recover. It is, man, it is. It's real. Right. Let's see if we can hold a minute now. At 29 I'll go. Here we go. This used to be child's play. It used to be recovery at 300 watts. It's a minute. Oh man. That towel has to go in a hot wash. Oh, so congested. Tokugawa says, can't wait to run into you on Zwift. Looking forward to meeting you. Yeah, I bet you are, man. You'll be able to drop me with one leg. So, yeah, let's go back to the finish page. Whoa. So I'm considering a name change from Mr. Zwifter to Mr. Way Below Average. I truly, well and truly suck at the moment. To go from being a legit top tier Cat A, beating people in breakaways, sprints, climbs, you name it, even just a non-climber, sticking with the best of them on climbs. From going from that to this, to 3.2 watts per kilo, I feel like a bag of shit. I really do. I was saying during the race, for those of you who just tuned in, or if I wasn't clear, because I have 3 fans on, I'm I'm not sure whether it's because I'm closer to 40 now and things are that much harder, and fitness and nutrition are that much more, critical to be dialed in. But I went from having an FTP of like 375 watts, 360 watts. Lowest for a long time was like 330, 340, that sort of range. But being mid to high 300s, I haven't done an FTP test for a while, but I would be surprised if it's above 250. I have plummeted and fallen and declined that much, and there's a multitude of reasons. But the best way forward, the best way to make progress is to take accountability. Of course, being a non-professional rider, there's always going to be things getting in the way, things that stop that, things that hamper routine and things that hamper recovery, such as life, family, work, other hobbies, other chores and responsibilities. But I've just got to carve out the time. I've got to put in more effort than ever to just get back to where I was before. And I'm determined to do that. So stick with me. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Give the video a big like. Thank you very much. Thank you to Funk and to Tokugawa for tuning in. Thank you also to Ben Bathurst who dropped a comment there. He says, go, go, go. I hear there might be beer at the end. I'm honestly not sure that would motivate me more at the moment, Ben. It would just kill me because I'm such a lightweight. I went to this industry event for a legal tech in the week and abstained from all alcohol because I can't drink for shit these days. Not that I should anyway, so it's not a bad thing. Anyway, 19th position. I would say that I wasn't last because there were 21 riders, but the other two dropped out, so I was effectively dead last. C'est la vie. I think I'll do an FTP test later in the week, see how appalling I truly am, and then the next 4 months or so will be all about basically bumping that number up, seeing how close I can get to 300 watts, and then going from there back to, let's say, not mediocrity, I think is my objective. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate your time. Please do like and subscribe. Peace and good vibes to you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.